Hey everyone, welcome to another Go Battle League video. I wanted to preface this video off by giving a little bit of insight into my profile, what my level is, I guess, my buddy, how much XP I've gotten. So this is me, BDR 2002, if you ever run into me in Go Battle League, that is my name. I'm a level 37 trainer out of the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I have 11 million total XP. I began playing Pokemon Go on July 18th, 2016, and I don't currently have any XL Pokemon, hence the fact that I am level 37. My goal this summer is to hit level 40, so I'm going to be grinding hard for that, and then once I hit level 40, I'll be trying to grind out as many XLs as possible. So, getting into the Go Battle League content, this matchup started a little bit late. I ended up screen recording right as the battle started, so this is my lead. Abomasnow into Dusclops. Dusclops can be running Fire Punch, so I have to look out for that. So I catch on the Machamp, but it ends up being a Shadow Punch. And my opponent comes in with Victory Bell. So at this point, I can straight Cross Chop. And I actually forgot to say, this team consists of Abomasnow, Machamp, and Drifblim. So my Abomasnow is shiny, a rank 53 shiny Abomasnow. So that's really cool. I have a couple good PvP IV shinies for the Great League, and Abomasnow is one of them. So I love running it. It's really good. It has a lot of weaknesses, but Weather Ball, Energy Ball have a lot of coverage, except against fighters, and Powder Snow is such a good fast move to get those Weather Balls out, and I just love using Abomasnow. So at this point, I'm going to go Energy Ball. He's down a shield, only has one left, so he's not going to be super inclined to shield, and yeah, I get the Energy Ball through. So at this point, I can safely shield. Thinking he has Shadow Punch, thinking he has Fire Punch. He actually probably is running Ice Punch, Shadow Punch. Funny enough, Dusclops does not have Thunder Punch. It only has 2 of the 3 Elemental Punches. So he comes in with Alolan Raichu. At this point, I'm just going to straight up spam all my Weather Balls. Try to get to a third one, but actually I switch out into Drifblim. This was a little bit of a misplay. I don't know if it would have really mattered in the end, but he builds up to 2 Thunder Punches, gets the first one through, and he wins CMP tie against my Abomasnow. So, this is probably my first video where my first battle is a loss. But I want to mix it up for you guys, give you something a little bit different, and show one of the few losses that I had in today's battles. So, I think I ended up losing 2 games, maybe 3, but I think just 2. I think I have like 10 or 11 battles for you guys, and I ended up winning a lot of them. So getting a negative lead into a Crustle. I actually have 2 Pokemon that are weak to Crustle. Drifblim in the back also does not want to see this. So what I'm actually going to do is stay in with the lead. Try and fast move deny every Smackdown and get these Weather Balls off. So he shields up the first one, and actually he got a Smackdown through. The animation didn't show that he did, but he did on his end. So my Abomasnow goes down with so much energy. I come in with Machamp because it's really my only answer. I can tank a Rock Blast, and I think that I can farm down because this was only the second Smackdown, I think, or it was like the 4th or something. I'm not sure, but he ended up getting there a move before I thought he would, and I unsuccessfully counter down. But at this point, he comes in with Frostlass, and I have a Rock Slide. Boom! It goes through, does so much damage to the Frostlass, and at this point, I can come in with Drifblim. He can only get to 1 move, and he actually leaves and has Vigoroth. This is one of the few Pokemon that I actually could have seen in the back line that would give me a chance to win this game. Being even shields, I have to no-shield every move from this Vigoroth, but it should be easy because both moves that Vigoroth has are double resisted. The Ghost. Oh my gosh, why am I saying Dragon? The Ghost type double resist normal, and the Flying type double resist ground. He actually goes straight Bulldoze, which is a bit of a misplay here. It wouldn't really matter because my Drifblim has so much health, but if it were lower, Body Slam does help out that much more. But at this point, the plan is pretty straightforward. Debuffing doesn't really matter because his hardest hitting fast/charge move is double resisted. So at this point, I'm going to build up to 2 Icy Winds, anticipating the swap out, and he doesn't swap out. His switch counter might not be up. I wouldn't know because I don't have another Pokemon in the back, but I get the Vigoroth down, get a Hex through, and this should be enough to take out the Frostlass. So picking up a win in the second game, not too bad. Pretty nice win, even though I had to get a little bit lucky with the back line, but, you take what you can get. So, third match, Abomasnow into Jellicent. This is very good if the Jellicent has double nukes. If it has Bubble Beam, it's not as favorable because you have to call the bait. But this Jellicent pulls a nice swap into Kingdra, maybe assuming that I would Weather Ball bait, but I actually go straight for the high hitting Energy Ball. And Kingdra gets countered down. I don't actually know if he was at a move, but either way, Machamp can farm all the way down. And I throw a Rock Slide onto the Jellicent, takes out about 35 to 40% of its health. And at this point, the Jellicent throws, not wanting to get hit by another move, but he throws Ice Beam, which is so critical for me, knowing his moveset. He should have thrown the Shadow Ball because they are the same energy, and Shadow Ball is virtually ran with every single Jellicent. But if you have Ice Punch, or Ice Beam, then you let your opponent know that you have double nukes. So this opponent as well is running Crustle. I got a shield, so at this point I'm going to go Energy Ball, trying to get the damage off. It's not as energy efficient, but it would do so much damage, and I would switch out either way. So again, I experienced some lag, but it's okay because I end up getting all of the fast moves through that I needed, and I shield the Rock Blast, and at this point it's a race to the charge move. I get to the Shadow Ball. This should do enough, or close to enough, to take out this Crustle. And oh my gosh, Shadow Ball does so much damage. And now this Jellicent in the back should be low enough to just get killed by one Icy Wind. If not, I have a Abomasnow in the back for assurance. So picking up a very nice win yet again, and taking up a 2-1 lead on this set. So I think I had a little bit of a longer wait on this battle, which I apologize, but I am making my way back up towards that expert rank. So Abomasnow into Altaria, very, very nice lead. And as you can see, I don't know, it's hard to see. I'm in 1.5 times speed, but he got to the Sky Attack after me throwing like 7 Powder Snows, which I should have gotten, I think, a few more through. I was lagging really hard in this battle, so I think I was getting robbed of a few fast moves. But he lets Altaria go, comes in with AWAC, and at this point I have 2 decent answers to it, so I'm going to switch into a Drifblim. He switches into Swampert, which is not a great answer, so it makes me think that he doesn't have an answer for a Jellicent in the back. No, this isn't Jellicent, this is Drifblim. He doesn't have an answer for Drifblim in the back. And this Shadow Swampert goes with Sludge Wave. I don't know if this trainer knew that Hydro Cannon is resisted against a Ghost Flying type and that Sludge Wave is resisted, but either way, he throws a Sludge Wave, which is resisted, and it allows him to only get to 1 move, and at this point, Jellicent can... no, why do I keep calling this Jellicent? Oh my gosh, this is Drifblim. Drifblim can bait. He actually calls the bait, which is really nice on his end, but I call the Shadow Ball, go for another Icy Wind bait, and he has 2 shields. He should shield this. He probably knows it's an Icy Wind, but you have to shield something. At this point, I'm down shields, and he goes Bone Club. He doesn't go with Shadow Ball. He has another shield, but at this point, I can get to another Icy Wind and debuff him that much more. He ends up letting it go. He gets super low, and at this point, I'm going to try to farm down with the Abomasnow, and I do. So, very nice win. He didn't really have an answer for Drifblim in the back. He had a Shadow Swampert and a Alolan Marowak. So, definitely the MVP for that game was the Drifblim. Anyways, getting into the next game, another Jellicent lead. Again, this is good if they have double nukes. If they have Bubble Beam, it's not as great. But what I like to do here is I like to build up extra, and I like to shield the first move regardless. He Bubble Beam baits me here, which is not great, and he switches into Lickitung. This was another matchup where I lagged, and this is a bit more visible here. So I get to the 4th counter, which I think is close to enough. I might be getting a 5th one through if I was up to full speed, but I'm slow to get that counter through, so I definitely lose a counter there, and this can end up being very costly depending on how much energy this Lickitung has. He ends up getting another move, so that lag ended up causing me switch advantage, which in this matchup is not great because I don't know what he has in the back. He has a Medicham, so Jellicent and Medicham are both a little bit weak to a Drifblim in the back. So at this point, I'm going to wait for my switch counter to get up. I'm just going to straight up go into Drifblim. And this is going to be very bait dependent. So I have to call that he's going to Shadow Ball here. And this is a big call considering he baited me earlier in this game. But he does throw the Shadow Ball. And at this point, I'm going to bait, try and get the shield through. This is really my only win condition. And I get the shield. This is really, really good for me. I can win the race to the charge move, win the CMP tie, and take this Jellicent out. Because Drifblim has higher attack than Jellicent. Jellicent is very defense and HP weighted, so it's a favorable matchup for Drifblim. This Ice Punch doesn't KO from Medicham, and it's a race to the charge move, and I get to the Shadow Ball. But will this be enough to take out the Medicham? Boom! It does so much damage. This game is over. Wow, what a game. Shadow Ball just absolutely nukes the Psychic and Ghost types so hard. And that's another reason why I love it. Having it in the back, it can do so much work when the shields are down. Getting into the next match, Shiny Abomasnow against Hypno. So what I like to do in this matchup is I like to switch up, or I like to build up to 8 Powder Snows. This will allow the Hypno to get 4 Confusions through, and this should end up being a CMP tie. I like to bait the Weather Ball. I get the shield. Shadow Hypno does not like to take an Energy Ball here, so I throw the bait. He shields. I shield the Fire Punch, and at this point he has 2 counters in. 2 Confusions through. So I throw the Weather Ball. He has 1 more Confusion, so he's at the second move. His shields are down. I'm gonna match him, and if he doesn't swap out, I can get to a move. So I wait. I throw 3 because if he threw the second Confusion, that means I can get the Energy Ball off mid Confusion, and he cannot switch out. So that Energy Ball ends up nuking the Hypno. He tries to get too greedy with this Politoed. He ended up throwing 5 Mud Shots. Didn't throw the Weather Ball. This Energy Ball takes him almost all the way out, and I switch into Machamp. He doesn't even get the move through on the Machamp. This matchup was insane. His reflexes were not quick enough for him to realize I could have switched out and fast move him down. He could have at least got a Weather Ball off on this Machamp, and at this point, that might be enough damage to have knocked it out from this health, but he has to throw a Sky Attack because if not, I would be able to farm down, get to the cross chop, but at this point, it's such a straightforward matchup. I go into Abomasnow and get 2 Powder Snows through, and that allows Drifblim to farm down. So, very nice win yet again, and getting into the rest of these games. I have about 4, maybe 5 more, so a bit of a longer video for you guys today. Hope you enjoy that. Abomasnow lead into Altaria. He switches out Vigoroth. This is hard counter city. Machamp absolutely destroys a Vigoroth in the even shields, but what I end up doing here is I end up shielding the first Body Slam. So, cross chop coming through. This should be getting a shield since I've already shielded myself once. Yeah. Or I haven't shielded actually, sorry. But Vigoroth really wants to get switch advantage. Big mistake. I was not at the move. 1 more counter would have taken me out. So I shield this move, under tap the fast move, get to the cross chop, and this will be getting the second shield or taking it out. I take it out so I regain switch advantage with an under tap on a mistake by my opponent. At this point, I Weather Ball the Altaria because I don't know if his switch clock is back up yet, but considering mine is, his definitely is too. And he switches out into Alola Marowak. My team absolutely was built for teams like this. There's not much Alola Marowak can do. At this point, I call the Shadow Bone. He Bone Clubs me, which is a very nice play. But at this point, I'm going to go straight ICU and bait, and I get the bait right back. So this is just going to be dependent on who can get to the charge move first. If he has Shadow Bone, I might be able to live this with the debuffed attack. Yeah, the Shadow Bone is going to be not KOing. If he had Shadow Ball, he probably would have had enough damage to KO, but Shadow Bone is a bit cheaper in energy and a bit less damage. So, at this point, very nice for Abomasnow. Can just come back in and farm down. The Altaria didn't have a ton of energy, so I'm able to pick up another win. So, I had a lot of success with this team as well. I ended up realizing the Altaria, the Altaria, Machamp, Alola Marowak team ended up being weak to a certain Pokemon. I can't remember what it was, but I ended up having a match where I just got absolutely walled by one. So I still have that team, but I switched into a new one just for some more content, some fresh new mons, and maybe you guys can invest in a Drifblim as well. So getting into this match, I had a lead against a Shadow Abomasnow, which is pretty neutral, but Shadow Abomasnow actually ends up winning because it wins CMP. He switched into Pelipper, I threw a couple Weather Balls, and at this point I switch into to Drifblim and throw Icy Wind. This is a bit devastating. It doesn't KO the Pelipper, so he isn't going to end up getting a Weather Ball through. If it was Hurricane, it would have kind of sucked, but it was just a Weather Ball, so very nice. At this point, I can probably get to an Icy Wind, debuff this little Abomasnow, and probably threaten a shield. Oh, he lets it go, and this comes very close to KOing. So, he is one counter away, but very nice play by him, getting a move through either way. So, he goes Weather Ball, maybe assuming that I would have come back Abomasnow, so he wanted to get the guaranteed damage. But at this point, Jellicent, this is not bad for me. I bait with the Weather Ball, hoping to get a shield. He ends up shielding. This is so nice for me. Even though I don't have a move on Abomasnow. Oh, actually, never mind. No, this matchup was horrible. What am I saying? I had Machamp in the back. So I had to bait and get to the Energy Ball, but he just had too much health and energy. So, my bad. That was a commentary error. Picking up a nice lead against Goodra. He comes in with Jellicent, and Drifblim is just a very nice counter because these Icy Winds do a lot more than Bubble Beam, and the Shadow Ball, or the Drifblim wins CMP. So I end up calling the nuke. Yeah, he Shadow Balls, and I correctly shield. This is really big for me because I did get the Icy Wind bait successfully off. So at this point, I think I'm ahead of energy, or I'm ahead on energy. And yeah, I throw the Shadow Ball. He thinks that I'm going to Icy Wind him a second time. And this matchup is just over. I got the bait and got the nuke move through, and I called his nuke. So yeah, Goodra ends up letting the Icy Wind go. So yeah, this game's not looking good. He has a Mad Cargo in the back, a Fire Rock type, which is going to be not good against a Machamp. Sorry, the fighting moves from Machamp will be doing super effective. So this matchup is over. I ended up winning Switch Advantage, was huge for me, and calling those baits was the way to go. So yeah, Goodra is good in the Great League. It's just a little bit more on the glassy side, and being a Dragon type with all the Ice types running around, you just have to be wary of those. Even though Dragon Breath does neutral against absolutely everything in this cup. So Licky, safe swap. I'm just going to come in Machamp, and this is what is supposed to happen. I don't have lag this battle like I did last time. He only gets to one body slam here. I think actually what I did is I didn't shield the first one. Yeah, so he tried to charge up to 2, but he's unsuccessful, and he comes in with Politoed. So he shows me his entire team, which is really good for me. And I get to another cross chop up against this Politoed, and yeah, he's going to shield. So I have switch advantage and shield advantage. Oh, he didn't. Oh my gosh, I needed to do more paying attention to these battles. But yeah, I can just switch into Drifblim and just sack it. Yeah. I go straight for the energy ball, being up shields. Yeah. Oh, I realized this was a game where I made a big mistake. Coming into that Jellicent and sacking it, just having a third shield wasn't great. Because at this point I'm playing a bit of catch up, but since I did get that energy ball through, it's going to end up being really nice for me. So we're in an even shield situation. I call the bait. He does throw the weather ball, and at this point he can't build up enough energy for a blizzard. I'm going to end up shielding the weather ball anyway, just to conserve health on Abomasnow. And at this point I go for the weather ball because I think that's a route and all I need to take it out. I throw one more powder snow, go right away for the second weather ball. He has, oh yeah, I have that Machamp with a little bit of health too, and I come in and counter him down. So, very good game, and this is my last match. Sorry I'm a little bit out of it towards the end of the match. I've tried doing commentary on this video like 5 times, and it's a longer video, so I'm kind of all scatterbrained here. So, the last battle, Abomasnow into Frostlass, which is not great, but what I'm going to end up doing is CMP tying, letting the move go through, and getting this energy ball off. And I'm actually completely fine with losing the 0 shield here because Frostlass is good against both Pokemon I have in the back, because it hits Drifblim for super effective, and it resists Machamp's fighting moves. So at this point, he tries farming down, gets a little greedy, and I go for the Weather Ball, and he's going to shield. So he's going to take switch advantage, but I did a really nice job getting the shield advantage. I actually try to counter down with Machamp, but he has energy, so he's going to get the shield back, and he comes in with Electrode. Nice Spice. This is a really good pick. It has a Dark type move and a Rock type, or a Electric type move, so it actually does really well with all the Mons running around. Since Dark is banned in this cup, having a Dark type move is really nice. So I get this cross chop right before the Volt Switch takes me out. So this is going to threaten a shield. Actually, Electrode lets me get switch advantage back. So this is really good for me depending on what's in the back. This Frostlass can just get hexed down. It's out of energy. And what does he have in the back? He has Vigoroth, and he surrenders this matchup. Drifblim wins all shield scenarios against Vigoroth because it absolutely walls it. So yeah, that's going to be a good game. And my rating, I think, is like 25-19 or something. Anyways, cute dog picture. I saved it for the end of the video. So hope you guys stuck around. Next video, the dog picture will be back in the intro, but I had to add one in this video. I couldn't let the video go through without having some sort of dog in the video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this team and these battles in this video. Feel free to run this team for yourself. Abomasnow ends up picking up a lot of really nice leads. So yeah, if you want to run this team, let me know how you did. And I will definitely be sticking around to see your progress. So I guess in a lack of better words. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.